Hi, welcome to Lincoln's Back to School Night. My name is Sharon Hart and I am your student's history teacher. I am in the Courts Corps, but I also have Sapphire students for 4th period as well. Thank you so much for coming, and I do apologize that I couldn't be here tonight with you. When you walked in, I hope you received 2 handouts. One is a handout with basic information about the curriculum, and it is from all the 7th grade history teachers here. The other is a questionnaire about your student, and we are giving these out in history class, but we will be sharing them and the answers with all of the 7th grade teachers. So we really appreciate your answers for this questionnaire. Now, again, before we switch the camera off me, I'd like to thank you for coming, and I will be at Lincoln's Back to School Picnic, which I believe is next Friday. So if you need to or would like to meet me, and I'd like to meet you, please come to the picnic. Next, I'd like to call your attention to the PowerPoint I prepared for Back to School Night. Once again, I teach history, and I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th period history classes, and my 4th period is a cross-core class of Quartz and Sapphire students. Very basic information. This is my 22nd year at Lincoln, and I have a BA from UCSD in English and American Literature, as well as a credential in history. I am also nationally board certified in language arts. Next, I was born in Italy because my father was in the Navy, and I went to school mostly back east, as you can tell from some of the cities listed there: Norfolk, Philadelphia, Boston, Washington, D.C., and San Diego. I have a son in 12th grade. I already told my English parents, the parents of my English students, all of this, so I'm not going to belabor these points. The best way to contact me: email shart@smmusd.org. The school's phone number, my extension is now 157, which has changed from last year. My homework site is www.hartlincoln.weebly.com. And another way to access the homework site is to go to my link on the staff directory link on Lincoln's homepage. So that is an easy way to check homework too. And also, if this PowerPoint runs over, Ms. Levitt is instructed to turn it off, and you can watch the rest of it there. 7th grade themes, once again: what is a worthwhile life, and who am I? They speak to the young adolescent needs of students in the 7th grade. We try to address this across all curriculum subject matters, including history. So when we discuss historical figures, historical decisions, etc., we try to ask with those questions in mind. The next is the history curriculum, the medieval world and beyond. We study an amazing array of civilizations, starting with the fall of the Roman Empire, which is where 6th grade left off last year. 7th grade history is a continuum of 6th grade history. They are actually together a 2-year world history course, and your students will continue and pick up with world history in 10th grade. For the state of California, that's where the rest of world history is placed. So the fall of Rome, medieval Europe, the beginning and development of early Islamic civilizations, medieval West Africa and the arrival of Islam there, imperial China, feudal Japan. We also cover civilizations of the Americas: Maya, Aztec, Inca. We go through the European Renaissance and the Reformation of the Catholic Church when it broke up and also formed the Protestant Church. We cover Europe, and finally, actually, we end where Europe enters the modern age, and that includes the Age of Exploration, the Scientific Revolution, and the Enlightenment. It's a lot of material, and we do try to do it justice, but even the state of California wrote a document that said they understand if 7th grade does not get through all the curriculum, because it is so intense, I suppose, for lack of a better word. History curriculum is guided by a textbook called History Alive, The Medieval World and Beyond. Your students should have a copy of this textbook at home. We also have class sets. If you haven't seen it, it may still be in your student's locker. Please ask your student if they did receive it. If they were absent last week when we went to the textbook room, they may not have it, so please make sure they do have a copy of the textbook. We have class sets, as I said. We also will be using an interactive notebook this year. If you are familiar with the 6th grade curriculum, you probably have seen the first edition of the interactive notebook, and students will be receiving another interactive notebook this year. We use another shorter book called World in Transitions, only in class though. We don't have sets that go home. We go over current events. We definitely use a variety of multimedia sources, videos, online, web searches, etc. We do have a set of 8 laptops in this classroom, and we hope to use those for self-discovery in certain subject matters and with groups. We use the Discovery Channel website, and students also enjoy the Brain Pop website, which is awesome if you've never explored it. Ways you can help your child. Most of you know by now that it's really important to ask what your students are doing. They may not necessarily share their binder reminders with you, but if you are struggling, or if you see your child struggling with what the homework is, do check that binder reminder. As you can tell on the board in the classroom in the front, there is a place where homework is written every day. Establish a routine for homework. My students have been told the new website, and it is on the board, the address for that. Please find a safe place for all school-related items. That way, in case students are missing something, they can go straight to where you usually put things. And last but not least, of course, make sure the backpack is packed as the night before so students can just grab it when they leave. Other ways to help your child. Students in LA are certainly blessed to live with a wide variety of museums very close by. If you ever have a chance, your students, please take them. The Gettys and other museums obviously have many things to relate to our history. LACMA has also many kinds of links to our curriculum. Encourage your child to think about current events, geography, natural resources, in Santa Monica, Los Angeles, California, the U.S., and the world. And above all, please encourage your child to read a wide variety of history sources, the newspaper or news websites, etc., or history websites. Many students also enjoy the History Channel or other things. And that's great to try to link it to our curriculum or just get them interested in history in general. Ways you can help. We always enjoy having parents come in and give presentations if they know anything about the curriculum. So please let us know. Also, if you have any extra pictures or music or clothing or things you'd like to donate or just share with us, we'd be very appreciative of that. We also use volunteers with parties, field trips, etc. Once again, grades can be checked at Illuminate. And if you are struggling with Illuminate, please see Ms. Stauffer, the counselor. We are always grateful for any donations you can make to the classroom. Here's a list that I'm sure you've seen before. Tissues, paper towels, colored copier paper, etc. Anything is appreciated. And obviously, please don't hesitate to email or call if you have any questions, but email especially, because it seems like it's easier to return that immediately. Thank you for attending Lincoln Middle School's Back to School Night. Your child thanks you too, whether they say so or not, they do. Please fill out the questionnaire. If you haven't had a chance to finish it, please take it home. You can return it if you'd like in a sealed envelope with your student. Answers will be shared with other core teachers. We really do appreciate any extra information you can help or you can give us to help with your students. And thank you once again, and I hope to see you at the Back to School picnic. Thank you so much.